Alright, this is our unit on inequalities, specifically systems of inequalities. So we have a problem here. An ice cream stand sells chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla ice cream. So we have three different kinds of ice creams. I'm going to make chocolate be C, strawberry will be S, and real original vanilla is going to be V. Right? So it says yesterday they sold 232 ice cream sundaes. So that tells me that all three of these together equals 232. Now, they sold 4 fewer than 3 times as many vanillas as strawberries. So if I take 3 times the vanilla and subtract 4, so 3 times your vanilla minus 4 should equal the strawberries. The number of strawberry and vanilla combined equals the number of chocolate, and I agree with that. So strawberry plus vanilla is going to equal to the chocolate. And they want to know how many of each did they sell. So we're going to set up a matrix here. We're going to look at each equation. In order to set up a matrix, I need to have all my variables on the left-hand side of the equation and the constants on the right-hand side of the equation. Okay, so the first one is set up nice and pretty. We don't have to worry about anything. That's a nice system. C plus V plus S equals 232. I also need to keep them in order. Alright, so if the C comes first, then the C comes first. In the next equation, notice there isn't a C, but I do have an S. And when I move that V over to the other side, what am I going to do? I'm going to subtract it. So I have minus 3V, and that's equal to negative 4. Alright? Now if we put this all on one side, the C would come first, but it would be what? Yes, negative plus S plus V equals 2, well 0. There's nothing left over there, so it's going to be 0. So now I have my system of equations. So let's write our matrices. So I have my constant matrix, in which I put in, my coefficient matrix. That comes first. So I put in all my coefficients. So coefficient for C, S, V, first equation. Second equation, C, S, and V. Please notice that you also put the negative sign in there. Don't forget your signs. And last equation, C, S, and V. Alright? Now let's make sure we've got these in order. I put the C first, the S, and then the V. So I'm going to put my variable matrix. And then that is equal to our constant matrix. So constant matrix, I have 232, negative 4, and 0. So we want to plug these into our calculator in our matrices. So I plug in the coefficient matrix for matrix A. And then let's plug in our constant matrix for matrix B. So here we have our constant matrix for matrix B. So if you remember, whenever we solve for matrices, you don't divide by a matrix, you take the inverse. So in order to get my variables alone, I'm going to take the inverse of the A matrix, which is our coefficients, and we're going to multiply that times the B matrix. So once we have them plugged into the calculator, we simply go back to our main screen. We're going to select the A matrix and do an inverse, and then multiply that times our B matrix. And it gives us 3 beautiful numbers. Now the question is, what do the numbers actually mean? So if you look, remember we lined them up. Chocolate was first, then strawberry, then vanilla. So this means they sold 116 chocolate sundaes, 86 strawberry sundaes, and 30 vanilla sundaes. So chocolate's the most popular. Didn't have to do the problem to find that out. And vanilla is the least popular. And that would be our complete answer.